Hey friends, let me tell you a little bit about KidText and kind of the background and the story of how I ended up creating this. So, as my kids got older, we got to that age where it was appropriate for us to start to leave our kids home. We maybe would run around the corner to the shop to pick up something or run to get ice cream or a soda or something. And my wife and I started to feel the first few times we left our phones, one of our phones, so that we could communicate with them. But that brought with it its own issues. And one night we were out and we were taking a little longer than we'd planned, and I was like, man, we should really be letting these guys know that we are on our way, where everything's okay, but we're taking a little longer than we planned. Everything was fine. It wasn't a big deal in the end, but it got me thinking, I really wish I had a way to communicate with my kids when I'm not home. Now, my kids had a tablet device, one of those Amazon Fire tablets. We also had a computer that they could use, but not really a good way to communicate. You could send an email. We tried doing some messaging platforms, Google and others. And we just felt that like it opened them up to being to the whole world, and that suddenly anyone could contact them through those platforms. And we really wanted to be more restrictive over who our kids are talking to on their devices. So we couldn't come up with a really great option. So I thought, let me just get a text only plan. It'll be the family plan. We'll just get this phone, not a smartphone, and we'll just have it. But it was going to be like $20 just for the basic texting only plan. And I was like, I didn't love that idea. And that was not in our budget. And so we're like, how are we gonna do that? And so I kept looking, trying to find different solutions, and I didn't love anything that I had found. And in the end, I was looking at something and I found that I could use a programmable platform to send text messages. And I thought, this is it. So I started looking at how that might work. I built an app and it really opened it up. It's given me the ability to easily hand my kids a device and that they can use. They can log on, they can text. I can approve certain phone numbers. Anybody who's not on the approved list, the text message just doesn't even get through. They get a message back saying that they aren't, that number doesn't exist. And so it's beautiful. It's so easy for my kids to use. My kids are now a little older. Two of them have gone through phases where they have an iPod Touch, and that works really well. Whenever they're on Wi-Fi, they're able to communicate with that device. At school, they can use it. They can use it here, but they also don't have access to anybody being able to message them. They can only get text messages through that device and only through approved phone numbers. And so, it's been awesome for us to be able to use it. And so once I got it working, I thought, well, let me see if this would benefit other people. And as I've shared it with others, it's been amazing, some of the responses that I get. Obviously, iPod Touches, you can communicate through iMessage to Apple devices, but I've had people say, my daughter couldn't text their friend, and now they have the ability to text their best friend. Or my child is now able to talk to grandma and grandpa when they want to, and not have to take my phone to be able to communicate. And so it opened up a whole new world for my kids, but also for all these others that have been using the platform. And I'd love for you to try it out, check it out, see if it works for you. And good luck.